Hello, all, and contrary to what this t-shirt says, what we will be reviewing tonight is not beer. It is still January. I have some non-alcoholic beer, but I reviewed it last dry January, and yeah, I was looking for another non-alcoholic beer to review, but nothing really stood out. I didn't feel like drinking another non-alcoholic rendition of a European lager, uh, being that they're quite boring. So, what we'll be reviewing: kombucha tea, regular kombucha tea, from a local kombucha brewer, Big Island Booch. Yeah, so Big Island is the largest island of the Hawaiian island chain. Not this island. There are a few kombucha brewers on this island, and next week I may review the kombucha from. I believe I actually have reviewed one kombucha from that particular place. That was by Kailua, where I lived. I no longer live there. I've always liked this brand, and figured I might as well go and review it. Oh, expires 2/13/22. Wow. Kombucha's kind of got a short shelf life, especially when it's alive. As you can kind of see here, this might blow up as I open it because look how much gas is trapped here. The thing's domed outward. So let's read the back, shall we? Aloha. Our kombucha is lovingly handcrafted in small batches using only the freshest and finest organic teas, fruits, and herbs, which are locally sourced whenever possible. Kombucha is a raw living elixir. This delicious, effervescent, fermented tea is loaded with living enzymes, probiotics, amino acids, vitamins, and antioxidants. Kombucha has been used for centuries to detoxify, revitalize, boost immune function, and restore natural balance to the human body. So, they're in Hilo, on Big Island, largest town on the Big Island. Without much further ado, oh, and by the way, this is Hibiscus Blossom Bliss, so this is hibiscus flavored. I like the flavor of hibiscus, that's why I picked it. And I have not seen the one that I actually like the best. I think they stopped making it. That was the Jun, which is slightly different. They use honey and green tea and a different starter than regular kombucha, which I find has a bit more of a tangy, zingy taste to it. But let's just go with what we got in front of us right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am glad I put that paper towel there. Oh boy. Okay. Still, oh boy, this place very fermented, very, very living. Look at that foaming action going on there. Oops, dripping into the keyboard. Okay, let's wipe up the floor here. And it is redolent of very fermented smells. My room smells of fermentation right now. My jeans smell of fermentation. Hopefully that wears off with time because I don't like having to wash my jeans very often. It makes it fade a lot faster, I find. So let's go and pour it out. Holy crap, holy. Okay. And carefully, believe kombucha, you don't want to drink the dregs like you do. Same with any sort of living beverage because you don't want that live active culture, too much of it in your digestive system. A cloudy, sort of pinkish orange, I suppose. Almost guava juice colored. And it is hella fermented. Hella fermented. Woo! Very funky. Almost acidic, very acidic. Again, fermented kind of smell. And underneath that, a sort of juicy base. I'm not really getting much hibiscus here. Pretty dry on the palate. And despite the very strong smell, rather muted on the palate. Very highly carbonated. It looks like it's almost roiling over there. Like really highly carbonated. As I'm swallowing it, it's like a releasing carbonation, and my stomach already feels like whoosh, very expanded. The taste is really mild, and honestly, this is so carbonated. One of the taste notes that I'm getting on my palate is of CO2 gas from the fermentation process. As I'm drinking it, it's literally outgassing on my tongue, and going up into my nose. Effervescent top note of carbonation. In the midst, hibiscus emerges. And a slight sweetness that lingers on the palate. Now, this really, you can find a lot more intensely flavored kombuchas. What I like about this one is it is, this happens a lot with them, very live, very active cultures, and I kind of like that in kombucha. I kind of like having that sort of hippie-ish aspect to it. Um, I'm not sure if kombucha is considered raw or not. I don't think it's considered raw. I think it's fermented. Fermented is different from raw, but it tastes very natural, you know, as opposed to a lot of national, nationally brewed kombuchas, which feel fairly standard and even. This feels like one of a kind. That there's going to be variations between the batches, slight variation between batches, because just how you know random it is. It's kind of it really feels like how kombucha should be. It's not a mass produced product. It feels like something crafted by some hippies living in the jungles of the Big Island, which is probably a little bit close to the truth here. I enjoy it. It'll help aid my digestion. Not that my digestion needs aiding all that often, but yeah. And that's your kombucha review for this late evening. It's already almost 10 o'clock, so cheers.